Hi everyone. So today in this video, we're going to be working on this fun geometry challenge. We're going to try to find this region here, the purple, and then we'll try one more, which has the same type of concept. So you can pause now if you want and try it on your own, or you can try to do it faster than I can. And yeah, I'll guide you through it, right? This type of question is more about creative thinking and being flexible in your thinking. Right, so let's look at this. We're trying to find this purple region. And if we look, it's sort of an intersection of these two triangles, right? There's this triangle that's a 9 by 8, right? And then there is this triangle here that's a 12 by 6. Okay. But this here isn't really a shape we know, right? It's not a trapezoid. It's a quadrilateral, but it's not a parallelogram or trapezoid or rectangle, square, anything like that. So we're going to try to see if we can make shapes that will work. And the best shape almost always to try to make is triangles. So we're going to, because triangles are very flexible in the way we can think about them. So we'll try to make a triangles here and see if that helps us. Okay. So we have this, right? Okay. And then maybe I'll also try to make a rectangle, right? So we have two dimensions, one in the X direction, the horizontal direction, right? And one that's in the vertical direction going down. Okay, so let's call this dimension here X and this one Y. Okay, so if we look at this triangle here, right, its area we can find. Right, so let's call this triangle the H triangle because it's more horizontal. So H equals 1/2 base times height. So the base we could say is 12 and the height is 6. So it'd be 1/2 12 times 6 over 2. We get 36, right? And then let's do V, the vertical triangle, which will be V equals 9 times 8 over 2. So it's going to be 9, 8 over 2, right? Because it's base times height divided by 2 again. So it's going to be 72 over 2, which also gets us 36. Okay, so we're going to try to find X and Y because if we look at the purple region, right, it would be 8 times Y over 2. So purple, P equals 8Y over 2. Right? Plus this purple is going to be 6X because 6 you can think of as the base and X as the height over 2. So that equals 4Y plus 3X. So once we have that, right, we know that we just need to find Y and X. And we have these values for the two triangles. So let's see if we can find Y and X based off of this up here. So if we look at H, right? Okay, it's made up of, I'm just going to do a sloppy triangle drawing. This triangle, and then this triangle, right? So, and that gets you the 36. So let's do H equals, let's look at this triangle, right? It's 8 by 12 as the base times Y. So it's going to be 8 plus 4, so 12 times Y over 2 plus this triangle is 6 times X over 2. So that gets us 6Y plus 3X, which equals 36, right? Because h equals 36. So that's one equation, two variables. So let's see if we can make another equation with two variables. And let's do the vertical, right? So that one is going to be this. I'm going to erase these triangles to just focus on the vertical. So it's going to be bye-bye to that, bye-bye to that, bye-bye to that. Now we're going to do, the vertical is going to be this small triangle, right? And then this big triangle here. And it's going to be the same idea as before, right? So the little triangle, so V equals 9, right, times x over 2, 9x over 2, plus, I'm going to do y first, actually. Just because I want the y's lining up. So I'll do, again, it'll be 8y over 2, plus 9x over 2. And that gets me 4y plus 9x over 2 equals 36. Okay, so now we can do process elimination, systems of equations, right? So what I will do is multiply this equation by 3 over 2 to cancel out with this one, right? Or actually, I'll multiply this one by 2 to get rid of the fraction, and this one by 3. So by 3 by 2. So the first one is going to give me 18y plus 9x equals 108. And the second one is going to be 8y plus 9x equals 72. And when we subtract, we get 10y equals 36. Y equals 3.6. And now we can plug that into one of the original equations and solve for x. All right, so then we're going to do, let's erase this part here, right? We don't need that anymore. Plug in. Plug in. Y. So you're going to get, let's do 6 times 3.6 plus 3x equals 36. And then that will get us, right? 6 times 3.6 is 21.6 plus 3x equals 36. I'm going to erase this step here. And then I'm going to do 3x. When I subtract 21.6, it's going to be 14.4. So x equals 4.8. Okay. And then purple. So now plug in for purple. So we have this here, this here, and they both go here. So P equals 3.6y times 4, 3.6 plus 3 times 4.8. And you get P equals 14.4 plus 14.4. And you get P equals 28.8. Okay, so that is the purple region. And that is our answer. So if you have questions on that, any steps along the way that were confusing, or you feel like I skipped a step somewhere, let me know. Mention in the comments and I'll explain it again. And now we'll try another one. Now that you have this concept down, you can think this through, pause, think about how I did this one. I'll try the next one that's basically identical, just asking it in a little different way. Okay, so let's go to that one. Okay, so for this one, right, we want to do area green equals square minus white. So to do that, we're going to do the square is 6 times 6 times 6 times 6. Or sorry, 6 plus 6, so 12 times 12. So it's going to be 12 squared minus white. So it equals 144 minus white. Okay, so let's find white. White equals question mark. Okay. So let's find that by doing the same strategy we had last time. Right, so we're going to go up. I changed to red because green on green would get confusing. So again, we're going to have these two dimensions. X is here. Y is here. All right. You want to think about how to make this, right? So the area of the horizontal is going to be 12 by 6 divided by 2. So H equals 12 times 6 over 2 equals 36. V equals 12 times 6 over 2 equals 36. Okay. And now let's work out H, right, in terms of the X and Y. So it's going to be 12 times Y over 2 plus 6 times X over 2. 12Y over 2, because it's base times height over 2, right? So that 12Y over 2 is from this region. Okay. And then the other one is going to be this one here, which will be 6 times X over 2. And that's going to get us 6 times X over 2, right? That gets us 6Y plus 3X equals 36, right? Because that's what the horizontal was. And then vertical equals same thinking, right? But now it's going to be 12X plus 6Y. Because it's going to be this times this over 2 plus 6Y over 2. And that gets us 6X plus 3Y equals 36. Let's double the first equation. So we're going to get 6X. So I'm going to double. And then I'm going to do boom. 6X plus 12Y equals 72. And then that gets us negative 9Y. So I'm going to do boom. And then I'm going to subtract it from above, right? So these cancel. You got negative 9Y equals negative 36. y equals 4. Okay. And then we're going to do the same thing. And now we can plug that in for an equation up here. So let's do 6y. So let's put 4 in here. Right here, right? 6y, or 6 times 4 plus 3x equals 36. 24. I don't know if it's raining where you guys are at, but it's raining right now. I think a thunderstorm just started. Equals 30x equals 36. You might be saying, Sebastian, how does this help me with SATs? And you know, it might not be the most helpful thing for SATs, but it's helpful for your brain to just think about different things. It can be a fun activity. Just to remind yourself that it's not all about tests, you know, it's about the ways math and other subjects can help you see shapes differently, see the world differently, and just have a good time with it all. So look, 4 and y are both, or x and y are both 4, okay? All right, so then we're going to do white equals the two triangles added up together minus this region, right, doubled. Or minus this region because this region's getting double counted. So now this region, right, is these two triangles. So white equals, and each triangle was 36. So it's going to be 36 plus 36 minus what, right? So question mark. Question mark is that region, right here. Make this little arrow. Okay, so we have this triangle here, which is 6 by 4. And this triangle, which is 6 by 4. So it's going to be all divided by 2. So it's going to be 6, 4 over 2 plus 6, 4 over 2. Gets you 12 plus 12 equals 24. So this is going to be 24. So it equals 72 minus 24, 48. And then green equals 12 squared minus 48 equals 144 minus 48, which equals 96. All right, so there it is, gang. Let me know if you were to figure this one out, the last one, if you have questions on them, if you want more like this. I hope you enjoyed this. If you liked it, like and subscribe. And yeah, I hope this was fun for you all and you learned something new. I'll talk to you all soon. Bye.